All right. Looks like I'm live. Hey everybody, look at me going live on time. Punctual Greco is what they called me back in high school, amongst very other hurtful things. Um, so hey, coming at you live with a tight t-shirt. Hopefully it doesn't show up. High definition can be a terrible thing. Just because I'm getting bigger doesn't mean my clothes have to. Anyways, so today, originally the plan was for me to drop a new Spidey Sense flea market hunting video that you guys seem to enjoy so much. But that kind of would have been a last minute scramble and like really involved me just coming home, ignoring my family for hours and just like kind of just like high paced editing, trying to get it all together. And like best case scenario would have been me dropping it at like, you know, right at the stroke of midnight or something when none of you are awake to be watching this anyways. So luckily the gods smiled upon me and dropped a package in my lap, a package that I knew was on its way. Something that I'm really looking forward to. It's not a complete surprise. I have some idea what's in it. In fact, it's coming from a fellow YouTuber, although he hasn't been posting a lot recently. But a guy that's been very generous to me in the past, the Space Baby. Feel free to look him up. Like I said, he's not really doing much nowadays, although I think he just dropped a new video. So yeah, so I know what this is because he made a video to show me what was in the package, but it's been pretty far removed from that video, so I only remember a few things, and I'm pretty excited to open it. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and by the way, I just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm doing this a little differently. The past few times I've been doing it on my phone, and that way it shows up like live comments and things on the fly. I'm trying to see if I can view chat or something because right now I'm using my computer because my phone like conked out last time and I trying to avoid it dropping, things like that. So let me just checking the computer right now real quick just to see if I can view the chat. Yep, I can. To list, blah blah blah. Check. Cool. All right. So if you guys just want to write something in the chat just to make sure I can see your comments here. Hopefully those show up that way. I don't know if it's different when you do things off the PC. But anyways, this box that I have in front of me, which I will show you in a second, is a little over 10 pounds. So 10 pounds of toys, which is always a good thing. And he kind of gave me a heads up that when he was sending it, he was going to have some fun with the packaging. And I'll show you what he means or what he meant. So just to hide a few things. So first off, he just try to hide personal information. He sorry if this no, it should be fine on your end. I was like, am I in a mirror view? But anyways, he addressed it to Inspector Grek, which is a play on, Wu-Tang Clan's Inspector Deck, because I am Greek or Greco. So Inspector Grek right there. The return address was, you probably can't see it because of the lighting, but let's see if I can get it on here. From your mom. So, and he also added some pictures to the packaging. We got it's Red Fox right there from Sanford and Son and Soundwave. So look at that. He had a ton of fun with just the packaging. The only thing was I didn't give him a heads up that he was sending this to not my home address. So I was kind of having a little bit of a heart attack, being like, is this going to get rejected because it's not addressed to me or the building? It had an address, but nobody there goes by the name of Inspector Grek. So I had to kind of give people in the receiving department like a heads up, and This wasn't sent priority, and there was a snowstorm, so there was like a ton of delays, and I was like constantly tracking it and sending updates to like the receiving department. They probably got sick of me, but I was like, hey, if there's a package out there coming for Inspector Greg, that's me. So, all right. Anyways, that's what's outside the box, which was a lot of fun. And now, let's see what's inside. If my I'm just getting a little closer so my camera stops bugging out. Hello, housekeeping. Okay. Time to be gentle. And I'm a little bummed. It doesn't look like I can see the unless you guys aren't talking. It doesn't seem like I can see the comments, which is kind of a bummer. Let me see here. Chat, screen share, camera, control room. No, I don't see anything. Oh well. Sorry, guys, if you're actually trying to talk to me. I'll have to respond to you in the comments if that's possible. So right now I'm just destroying all this beautiful artwork that he put on the box so I can get to the good stuff. I'm just gonna back up. Maybe I'll stay in focus if I'm a little further back. Oh, he left a little note. See if I can Listen, I don't know who I like more, you or DaCosta, that junkie. But want to let you understand that I know these pieces of mine and my brother's life. Sorry, my reading's terrible. I know these pieces of mine and my brother's life have found an appropriate home. Sorry for the delay in sending, but it's been hard to part with these things. Totally effing lazy. Wish you the best and hope these amazing toys help with your collection. I can hardly keep up with picking comics myself, so it's really cool to keep up with an OG within the YouTube comic book community. Love your style. Keep it up with your cool vids, and all the best to you and your family. Peace. The Space Baby. So really awesome, personalized touch. And again, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he's definitely been there. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a farce now that I call myself a part of the YouTube comic book community because I kind of made the switch to toys recently. I still do comics, but not really. But I started off that way, and it was great. And yeah, he was there from pretty early on, and from what I can remember, and has always been like super generous. Like this isn't the first time he sent me stuff, so huge shout out to him and everything that he does. So there's a duffel bag in here. I'm just gonna start pulling stuff out as per usual and see what we come away with. All right, so here we obviously got a Optimus Prime trailer. Let's see what we got. That's the letter T. Takara 1980, 82. Right there. Rubber wheels. So far there isn't a trailer door, but it still might be in the bag there. Actually, I think it is in the bag there. I can kind of see. So let me open it up, see if there's any accessories inside. Oh. Well, this is an accessory, not belonging to Optimus, but I can identify that. That belongs to Soundwave. That's his shoulder cannon. This thing will focus, maybe not. Trying to look at my Soundwave back here, and actually I do not have that. So that's pretty awesome. That's going to help me go a step towards helping me complete that. So that's really cool. Let's see. As far as inside of Optimus, whoop. Oh, I know what this is from. And it's a little sad, but in that video where he was kind of giving me a preview of what was to come, he was showing off Grimlock, and unfortunately broke off his arm. So that's what that is right there. Grimlock's severed limb, which is too bad because it looked like Grimlock was in pretty good shape. But I don't want to I don't want to beat him down. He already feels bad enough as it is. But as far as what's inside, everything looks pretty intact right there. I don't see any gas nozzle or any of that stuff, which is totally fine. Let's see this little piece. I'm not sure what's that attaches to, but I'll check it out in a bit. But all looking good so far. That's probably like the 5th Optimus trailer I've come upon in my time. So I have that there. Also inside of Optimus here was Astro Train, as you can see. Right here, a triple changer. Decepticon turns into a train and a space shuttle and a robot. So always been a big fan of the triple changers. Looks to be in pretty good shape. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually really bummed that I'm not seeing your comments right now. That was like the best part of this whole thing, just being in it, being able to interact. So that is no fun. Control room. No, I just don't see it. Sorry, guys. Yes, next time I'll go back to the phone. All right, as we're moving on, like I said, I already saw his trailer, Optimus's trailer door there, so that is complete and not missing. So I will add that in there. All right, pop that guy into place. Here we have one of the jump starters. It's either twin twist or top spin. Actually, I can tell you in a second. It is top spin. I actually have a boxed one over there, which is new to my collection. Let's see, Takara, 1980-84. He looks a little discolored into my eye. He should be more blue. Maybe it's just the lighting in the room. Looks a little green to me, which is totally fine. But these had wheels and should pop open. If I had somewhere to like. There we go. So there he is. This camera's doing a horrible job of focusing. Come on, focus. Love me. All right. So he's in there. He's actually a pretty common figure. I know those are around all over the place. Oh, here is the aforementioned Grimlock, king of the dinosaurs and the Dinobots. Let's see. Since he's a little brittle, I'm gonna kind of put him back into place here. Yeah, he looks to be in actually pretty good shape. He's intact. So again, not to make him feel bad, but he was in good shape before that arm fracture right there. Oh well. That's pretty cool. I feel spoiled now. This is like my 3rd Grimlock at this point. Let me see if hold on, I'm just going to click the link to the actual video and see if maybe I can see people's comments show up that way. Because I want this to be interactive as much as it can. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. All right. So it might be a little delayed, but I pulled up the chat in I'm basically watching a replay of like myself, like the same view you guys have. So, anyways, Big Sundays at 9. Heyo, amazing Murfinator. Hey Greco. Hey, amazing. Let's see. Big Sunday is predicting that there's going to be a wind charger in this lot. Let's see. Oh, Murph, I didn't realize you were local. You went to the random flea market for the first time in 35 years last week. How was your momentous return? Let's see, Fave Transformer. Big Sunday says his is Blitzwing. That's a really good one. My favorite Transformer, I think I really like Omega Supreme. I love how in the cartoon, how he's just like no nonsense. He's just like his vocabulary is very limited. One of his lines was like talk. He's like talk excessive, time limited, and I don't know. I just thought that was really cool because it's like what's that phrase like talk less but carry a big stick or something. That's my mantra. My mantra. So he's really cool. Let's see, Murfinator Soundwave. That's his favorite. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sunday noticed my Scorponok back here. That was a Christmas gift from my wife when she, you know, had an available balance on her credit card. That's no longer the case anymore. So let this uh, let this be a warning to all of you that if you can't afford it, maybe you shouldn't buy it. Anyways, obviously, there's always money for Transformers. Deal with the repercussions later. Johnny, yes, the aforementioned DaCosta in the letter. Yes, that was Grimlock's arm. Unfortunately, he still has his original Astro. Awesome. Turtle PJs. Yes, I am. You probably saw one. Actually, wearing a turtle shirt. This came from like a Loot Crate box. Not mine. My friend kind of just like gives me his stuff. And then, I don't know if you can see this or not. I turned off my self view, but not very balanced. Love Handle Larry. That's me. um, cool. All right, check. Oh, cool. So the view isn't that delayed. Check. Okay, cool. All right. All right, everybody. Now that I can kind of see your comments, I'm even more and more excited. Let's see what we got here. We got part of Bumblebee. It looks like. I'm just gonna switch over to the live view so I can. All right, so we got looks like part of Bumblebee missing his legs. So Lieutenant Dan of Bumblebees heads there though. And is missing his front bumpers. But let's see if there's pieces of him in here. Space Baby gave me a total heads up that these are played with toys. They were loved as they were growing up, so they're not necessarily going to be in the best condition, but there's not a Transformer that I would turn down. But this is cool. Obviously, we got Optimus here to go along with his trailer. Let's see. It looks like he's a pretty intact. Some chrome wear, but no biggie. Got some love going on there. I won't open him up yet. It looks like he has a piece. Nope, that was something else random. So it looks like it's pretty decent shape. We'll see if there's any kind of other accessories in there to go along with that. But that's always can't get enough Optimuses, especially G1. Let's see here. Oh wow! I don't even remember this one. A Blaster, the G1 version of or not the G1 version. It is the G1 version, but the Autobot version of Soundwave. Much bigger cassette deck here. Total blast from the past when boomboxes were king. If this were a different time, I'd be walking around like this, being the coolest kid on the streets. Lay out some cardboard, start breakdancing. Man, I really miss those days. Anyways, it looks like he could be in need of some repair. His cassette door doesn't seem to close. So I'm trying to remember if there's supposed to be a clip or if it's just a matter of fixing the buttons. The blaster that I did get, I forget actually if I showed it in a video or not, but I actually had to repair his inner workings so that the eject button worked and all that. So one cool thing about it though is that I think this is an older one because it has this little removable door back here. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but that's something that wasn't there from the beginning. I don't think it serves any real purpose, but it just shows that it's an older one. So for example, this is copyright 1974 Hasbro. So whatever line of figures that they took it from, the copyright was from 74. And unfortunately, this one has the same problem as the one I own already, in that his ears are kind of broken. You can't really see it, but I'll show you. His little antennas right there are kind of snapped off a little bit, but awesome figure. Took me a while before I got one that I was happy with what I paid for. All right, moving this party along. Here's the, like I said, the Decepticon equivalent, the original Soundwave right there. Most more well-known, I would say, than Blaster. Let's see his eject button. Yep, popped open right there. There's his head. I don't want to make the mistake of breaking him on camera, so I'll just kind of play with it as is and worry about transforming it later. It doesn't have the battery clip here, but as I found in Optimus's trailer, it does have a shoulder cannon, so I will add that, so kind of keep them together. So really cool right there. Let's see, 9 minutes ago, I got something on Twitter from DaCosta saying, check my effing comments. So let me go back to that just to make sure there's nothing amazing that I'm missing. Let's see here. Johnny still needs a Bumblebee. Silent Shooter Mike says, hey, Greco. Johnny said Blaster was always solid. Cool as Robert Payne, what's going on? Johnny, Diaclone mold. I can never have enough sound waves. LOL. So which Diaclone mold? Are you talking about Blaster, I'm assuming, because of him being all super old and all that? Why are you talking like I don't know this stuff? I am the Transformers expert. I'm like a walking encyclopedia. I know everything. I have the most subscribers, Transformers generated subscribers in YouTube history. I have a plaque. So you know what? They gave me so many plaques on my YouTube achievements that I don't even display them anymore because it's just like it doesn't it ain't no thing to me anymore. God, I really wish my ego was as big as my success. All right, anyways, let us continue with what's in that bag. Oh, we got another Soundwave blaster. Let's Oh, okay. No, this is right. This is like the little Sonic blaster, and then this is the one where the missile actually comes out of. So Soundwave is getting more and more complete by the second, which is always a good thing. Let's see. We got a little mini bot here. Beachcomber. He's a little rough shape. He's missing his kind of roll cage that's on top here. The wheels are a little rough and oblong and melty, but that's okay. Still has his head, which is always a good thing. So we'll put him on the island of misfit toys right there. Some more Optimus parts. We got Roller, his little sidekick here. It's kind of like the Bumblebee, or like the R2-D2 of Transformers. It would just be like beep and boop, and they would send him to do little like spy missions, and then he would just run away. But there's Optimus's blaster. Looks like Roller is missing a wheel here, which is unfortunate. So but I will add that to the Optimus pile. Here's a big one. Let's see what kind of shape he's in. We have Jetfire. Just gotta pull him back here so that it focuses a little bit. This is I'm like deathly afraid to touch this because I've handled a few Jetfires in my time, and they always manage to break like a wing or something. So, but this is a really cool figure if you can get your hands on it. This one's a little yellowed, which is really no big deal. I've snapped a lot of these smaller wings before, so I don't even want to mess with that right now. It looks like he's missing his arms because I see his legs here and his head. So it looks like his arms are missing. So I'll take a look in the bag. Hopefully they're in there somewhere. Let's see. It says Bandai 1984, made in Japan. So again, this is a mold that they licensed from Bandai, which they did a lot of back in the day. What was it? Robotech? Yeah, I think it was Italian. Man, talking to myself takes a lot out of me. All right, let's check the comments. Mailbag. URG1. Another Transformer. I like his bludgeon. He was such a cool idea for a pretender. And let's see. Is that your first Jetfire? No, it is not my first Jetfire. I have a somewhere. Oh, he's actually behind my chair here. You know what? I'll pull him out just for you. Now that's a Jetfire. There, I was just checking. So that's my Jetfire. The one I have. This one's in like super nice condition, really white. As you can tell, has almost all of his accessories. I think that he's missing one tiny thing. It might be like a little leg clip here. He has the other one right there. But this one's in super nice shape, like 99% complete, really white. I actually got this from a, I think like a Craigslist lot that I never talked about. It was, I didn't like purposely keep it a secret. It was something my friend found. He actually drove all the way down to like Connecticut to get it, but so we ended up splitting it, and that's the lot where I got like I got Jetfire here, I got tracks, a bunch of the G1 cassettes, Soundwaves cassettes, a bunch of other things too. So that was like a really good deal that me and him split on. But yeah, no, this is my original Jetfire. So, and again, you know, it's great to have friends in this hobby because you guys can kind of help each other out and fill each other's holes in all senses of the word. All right, so he's back where he belongs. Actually, let me, I think I can move my window here so I can see. Gorgeous. I remember that a lot. Cool. Yeah, I don't remember if I actually talked about it in a video or not, but it happened. All right, so moving on here. We got Sea Spray, another little mini bot. Turns into a hovercraft kind of thing. Just gonna transform him right. Put his arms where they belong. Oh, there's Sea Spray. Let's see. Oh, speaking of cassettes, we got, I believe this is Buzzsaw, which came packaged with Soundwave. Unfortunately, this, like many others, seems to be missing his head. It's funny, I didn't have a Buzzsaw, and then recently I got one, but he's also missing his head. So unless that's in the bag here somewhere, I'm going to have two headless Buzzsaws, which is a good problem to have. Let's see here. Oh, here's one of Jetfire's arms. Let me just see if I can get the iris to. There we go. So there's one of Jetfire's arms. It doesn't look like it's broken, so I might be able to pop that into place. So maybe I can Frankenstein him together. Going back to Dinobots, here we have a Stegosaurus. Is it Slag? I always get my Dinobots confused because I'm a fake geek. So this looks like, pretty sure it's Slag. Let's see here. Chrome looks pretty nice on this one. So let's see what's going on with him. It looks like he might be missing one half of his head, unless it's flown around here somewhere. He might be missing one half of his dino head, unfortunately, but he is here. Where's his arm? None of this makes sense. Oh, there it is. Okay. But otherwise, his chrome looks really nice. And I'm pretty sure you can... It looks like the head part is replaceable. Although I'm looking at it, it doesn't even look broken. So I don't know. No, okay, it definitely is. Oh well. But he's there. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Buzzsaw is yellow. Laserbeak is red. Yeah, like, that's just your opinion, man. That was Big Sunday. Holly Hit and Run. My husband would be in heaven with your collection. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make a really conceited comment there, but I'll just say that, no, I'm definitely appreciative of everything I've come across and everyone I've come across in this little YouTube, Instagram, social media world. It's been quite a ride. It's been a lot of fun sharing everything with you guys, and seeing your collections grow, and as well as mine. So hopefully you're getting something out of this as well. Slag looks really nice. Yes, he does. And we're not done. This is the never-ending bag. Let's see. Oh, we're going to switch gears for a moment. We're getting away from Transformers to another awesome robot type thing, and that is Voltron. So obviously this is pieces of Voltron at the moment. Again, there might be more in there, but we have the black lion here, yellow lion making up one of the legs, and the green lion. So we're missing the red and blue at the moment. So this is heavy. This is one hardy piece of die cast here. So let me see what I can identify as far as markings on this one. I see a sticker on the yellow guy here. 1981, made in Japan. So there's no other mark there. But yeah, it's really, really cool looking. Looks like one of his wings on the Black Lion is unfortunately broken in one of his antenna. But I don't have my Voltron collection is definitely lacking. I still have a box like 25th anniversary one that my friend bought me a while ago. And some other mini one, but I don't really have like original Voltrons, and I don't know a lot about different releases to like know where to start with those. I know there's different versions like Matchbox and Panache and all those different types. So, but this is awesome. This is like such a kick in the pants when it comes to starting a Voltron collection. So I'll have to do some research as far as which one this actually is. And it's interesting that these ones use stickers for their trademarks. Like most of the toys we're used to seeing back in the day have all the etched marks. But this one actually uses stickers. Let's see if this still works. Oh, there it goes. So very, very cool. Very awesome. Really excited about that. Okay, now I'm just becoming a glutton. Here's another Voltron. They're multiplying in there. They're like Bebe's kids. How many people would get that reference? All right. Anyways, here's another black line with a red line attached to him. No head so far. This one feels a little different. It's not as heavy. I mean, there's definitely still die cast in here. This one, both of the wings are intact. So I'm kind of hoping that they're the same bodies. So maybe I can do a transplant. His face for this one, the one that I just showed you had a blue face. This one has a black one, so I don't know if the paint just wore off or what, or if it's actually different. Oddly enough, the antennas are broken in the same place, so that must have been a common thing. I do not see stickers on this one. Oh, no, I do. On the red line, anyways. Red line, 1981. So it looks like at the very least I can combine it with the one I just showed you. Or if this turns out to be the same body for the black line, I can maybe just pick whatever was the nicer one. Let's see. Got some comments here. Ooh, nice Voltron. I have a Voltron Funko Pop. He's super cute, but not as badass as 1981 Ridge. Yeah, I've seen that Funko Pop actually. I keep like I like some of the Funkos and some of them I buy, and then it's just like they're starting to go. That's a dangerous road to go down. It's just like there's so many things that again like touch on like my collection or something that I care about. That it's just like if I start buying all those Funkos, it's just not going to be a good thing. I think the last Funkos I bought were those Mystery Science 3000 ones, which I thought were really cool. And again, yeah, the things I'm going to be mostly interested in are probably going to be like those limited releases where if I don't buy them right then and there, they might be hard to get later on. So I don't know. It's tough. But I have to be restrained when it comes to Funkos, or else I might be in big trouble. Johnny says you can combine any Voltrons from the 80s. Well, that's a neat trick. That's super useful. All right, so I'm going to keep going here. We got Starscream, the conniving usurper of the original G1 Seekers. I actually got my first Starscream not that long ago from a Craigslist deal. That one I haven't made a YouTube video about just yet, but I will in due time. That one is missing some parts. I'm just trying to see what's in better shape or not. But this one, Takara, 1980, 83, Japan. So right now, this is mainly his body. He has one of his little wings here. Looks like this one, the peg broke off in there, which actually happened to the other one that I was messing around with. I do see some other parts in here, so I might be able to piece together a pretty good one from what I'm missing, but looks like has his big wings here. One of his missile launchers is there right there. So I'll put him to the side for now and see what else I can dig up in this bag. Oh, here's a piece. There's Soundwave's battery clip, which I don't think I have at all, which is awesome. So I'll add that to the one that came in this bag, and then maybe transplant it to whatever one is in better shape. Let's see here. Okay, so this one that I'm about to show you, I remembered from the video that he made. It made the lot for me because it's the last piece in a set of Transformers that has eluded me up to this point for a reasonable price, anyways. I'm not sure what condition it's in, but just having the body is good enough for me. But I'll show you guys, and those of you that know Transformers will probably be pretty excited. I'm not talking on purpose. I'm just letting this kind of soak in. If you can't tell, this is Swoop from the Dinobots, the pterodactyl. The most elusive of the Dinobots to get. I have all of them but this one, and now I have him. So my Dinobots are all accounted for. One thing I'm not sure about is I know that his beak is something that is constantly broken. What I'm not sure of, though, is I think he had a bottom beak, and that might be the one that gets broken the most. Let's see if you can see that better. There we go. That's some good focus. By the way, I don't know if you can. You probably can hear my daughter singing some probably nursery rhyme from YouTube. That's how we do it in this family. It's YouTube. YouTube babysits our children. Yeah, that's really awesome. So excited. I'll have to look to see what exactly is missing from him, if anything. Like I said, it looks like he might have a bottom beak that's broken, but so excited to have this, because this thing is just so elusive for me up to this point. Oh, by the way, I found the other half of Slag's face. So it looks like it's snapped off, so I can't like cleanly repair it, but I might be able to super glue it or try to do something to put him back together, at least for display purposes. See, this is one of Jetfire's. That's Jetfire's big gun. Looks like the handle might be broken a little bit. So I'll put that with him. This I don't think is a Transformer, so this might be a GoBot. He kind of resembles Dragstrip, one of the Stunticons, but it's not Dragstrip. So let me see. This one's definitely a little beat up. All right, I'm not even gonna try. He's either really mangled or I'm just not good at what I do. But there's this guy. Come on, there we go. Sorta. I'm pretty sure that's like a GoBot. It's definitely not a Transformer or some kind of knockoff, but he's there. Renault F, it says on his body. Let's see. Swoop, nice. He's cool. Oh, Holly says it's super dangerous. I think I have like 600 of them. It finally said enough is enough. Yeah, that's it's interesting that 600 is your limit. It's like, oh, I can't do more than that. That's crazy, but super impressive. I mean, whatever, it's 600 of pops. How's that different from like 600 of whatever I have back here and in storage? Whatever makes you happy. Um, let's see. Holly wants to know: did a fan send these to you for funsies, or did you buy the lot for him? So, kind of a mix. So is at least initially when we spoke, it was more of like you have the right, like the first right to first refusal or whatever they usually call it. So he kind of offered it to me first, and he made that video to show me what was in the lot, just to see where my interest was. And I was like, yeah, definitely. There's definitely some stuff in there that I'm interested in. Blah blah blah. So, but instead, he did a really cool thing and kind of took a leap of faith, which isn't too much of a leap because I'm not a scumbag. Like I'm a, despite my winning YouTube personality, I try to be a pretty decent person. And he was like, it's going to be hard to kind of gauge the value of these things from a YouTube video. So he just went ahead and sent it to me, and then now that I actually get to see things in person and kind of see what condition they're in, there is that expectation that I will reciprocate in some way. So hopefully, we can find a good middle ground after the fact, since they're already here. That we're both kind of like mutually happy with. So I wouldn't say this is a gift, but I don't necessarily think that like we'll find a way to make it fair, for both of us. So hopefully that's not too much of a challenge. But yeah, it's really cool again that he was willing to kind of send them on their way before kind of reaching that point, so that way I can kind of see what we're working with here. Let's see. Computron is control. That's hard to say. I have, well, I was about to say I have an Excel sheet, but that's not. I have an Excel sheet that has all the Transformers listed, even the ones I don't own. So it's not. I kind of have them highlighted as far as what I do own. I would say we got to be. I mean, let's see, 2, 4. I'm not going to count them all. I'm just trying to get a kind of a gauge here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So let's say there's like 12 in there. And how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I definitely have like over 100 G1s. And that's not including any of the newer ones like, the Combiner Wars, Devastator that's back here. Some of the other Combiner Wars stuff. So I'm definitely over 100 at this point. Nowhere near like a completionist. I don't know if I want to be a completionist, honestly. So I don't know where I want to draw the line. It might be like, Fortress Maximus and earlier that I would care about. But obviously, if I find other things that aren't Fortress Max or they go beyond that, like Pretenders, like I don't really care about Pretenders, but if I find them, I'm gonna take it. Find them for a good price or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty substantial. Let's see. Okay, he just put me to shame. I have 4 rooms full of Transformers, in total 9,427 figures. So I applaud you, sir. That's pretty impressive. Do you YouTube? Do you Instagram? Do you have pictures of these? I'd love to see them. I'm always impressed by people's like what they do. I mean, I'm kind of working with like a corner of my room. I don't have an area where I can like super display everything, unfortunately. Maybe in my next house if that ever happens. But so for now, I work with what I can, and hopefully I'll get it. I don't know if I want to get to that level, but at least something where I can nicely display my collection and not have to like, constantly move things around and shuffle and make do with like one IKEA display. Let's see. Here we have some kind of pieces. This looks like that broken wing from Starscream, so I'll add that to him. Kind of have the scattered remains of Jazz here, which I think I just got my first G1 Jazz from a toy show recently. He's I'm actually trying to see. Hopefully I can kind of Frankenstein them together because the one I got was missing some parts. But like, yeah, there's like his front bumper, there's a door. Let's see here. This, I believe, is tailgate. One of the other mini bots missing his leg here. I actually have a tailgate on the way to me from another Instagrammer, so that's good because that one. Although it would be funny to get one that's not to get one just after I bought one. Here's some more parts of Jazz, so you can kind of piece them together a little bit, but it looks like he's still missing the windshield and roof, which is what the one I have is missing. Let's see. We got Warpath. His turret is kind of broken right there, but I have plenty of Warpath, so I'm not super worried about him. There, maybe I should give you more detailed views. Let me give you close-up blurry shots because this camera doesn't seem to know what it wants to focus on, unfortunately. Here we have Power Glide, another mini bot. Has his arms, which are good, so I believe this one is complete. Not much to him. There's his face. Hello. Focus on me. There we go. Here is Blaster's gun. I recognize that, so this blaster is complete. Let's see, another Jetfire arm. So he might be able to be reattached. I'll have to look into that. Here's one of the Insecticons. Let's see, I believe this is Bombshell. I think he might. Yeah, it looks like some of his legs are broken. Not sure. This is just some kind of random purple piece. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if you guys can identify it as the camera and focus on it. It does say on off on the back here. It looks like it had. Sorry guys, it's just not focusing on what I wanted to. There's an on off label there. I don't know. Looks like it might be broken. Not sure if this is Transformers. Doesn't looks like it might not be. Let's see. We got some pieces. These look like Devastator guns. Guns plural. There we go. Oh, I had it for a second. No Constructicons though. Here's some random things that aren't Transformers. This is like an Indy. It says Indy on it, but it's like an Indy car, kind of futuristic looking. Let's see. There's a sticker that says Indy. It is marked Select 1984, made in Japan. I've never heard of the company Select. I don't know if you guys recognize this guy. Made out of diecast, so it was appropriate for the time. Let's see here. Missed some comments. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holly is also impressed by Computronis's collection. Johnny BRB, I'm going to find a VCR. Oh, I love it. Let's see, Computronis. Yes, he does have a YouTube, everybody. So if you want to check him out, he does a lot of stop motion stuff, it looks like. 90, he has over 90 vids on there, so he's keeping busy. Stop motion's cool. Obviously, it takes a lot of work, so kudos to you on that. Comic Lover Omega, hello. Seriously, I need to grab a VCR quickly. Am I upsetting you, Johnny? It's really come to that. Let's see. Computronis, half of my Transformers collection is female Autobots and cons. There are over 300 fembots and femcons. That is something I did not know. I know that at least like G1 wise, there wasn't any female figures released, I don't believe. That is something I am kind of interested in. I would have, and I kind of missed the boat on this one, but I would have liked to have gotten the RC that came out, the Hasbro exclusive. What else? They're just starting to come out like Alita 1 in the new Titans Returns series, so I will dabble in that if the price is right, because I think it's cool to represent that side of the lore. And they did have an appearance in the cartoons. Okay, so this might be a clue to that purple on-off thing. Here is an orange version, and it's like connected to. Looks like it's like I wanna live. Does this have batteries? No, it looks like it's kind of wind up in a way. Random foot, I think that's a transformer. Here's a grapple in pieces. I know there's some pieces in here, so let's see what's salvageable. The head part, I believe, and the head would go there. Okay, so that can reattach. I'm not going to force it live on camera, but it's possible. Looks like, nope, his hook. I was about to say his hook is there, but it's actually broken. So he ain't lifting nobody. Nobody. And this is just like a Transformers graveyard here. Here's one of Bumblebee's feet or front bumpers, so I'm pretty sure I can just push that into place. So that'd be cool if I can resurrect Bumblebee there. This is the other part of Tailgate, which I don't think. Let's see. Actually, no, I think that's broken. But what I'll do is I'll super glue it, then sell it on eBay, and then delete my account and close my bank account so PayPal can't reverse charge me, and they'll be stuck with it. Evil. All right, here's another part of grapple. Got a leg foot there. This is too bad because my Mirage has the same problem, but we got a Mirage broken at the waist, which I'm really upset about. Not this, but Mirage was one of the figures that I got at the first Motor City Comic Con I got, and I got a really good deal on like the lot of 6. And my Mirage wasn't broken at the waist, but then one day he took a tumble off my shelf and broke. And ever since then, I haven't found another Mirage for like a decent price, and everything I have found is broken at the waist. So it's too bad because I had him, but I guess accidents happen. This is not a Transformer piece. It's some kind of weird metal doohickey. I don't know if you guys can identify that. Sorry about being all obscene with the camera. I'm just trying to get it to focus on what I'm trying to point out. This is not a transformer. It's just a plain old car. Lame. Let's see. It feels like it just says made in China. I mean, I don't know if this is Matchbox or what, like Hot Wheels. I don't think so. But die cast. No rubber wheels. No red lines. I don't see red lines. That's one thing I know to look for, but what am I? Check the comments. Let's see. We talked about the fembots. Comic Lover Omega likes Cheetor. That's from Beast Wars. I actually never got into Beast Wars. I hear it's actually pretty decent for a show that came after G1. So maybe I should give it a chance sometime. Cubbytron has asked who's my favorite Transformer. That was asked earlier in the show. So just rewatch this video so I'll get more views. No, I said Omega Supreme because I've always liked the way he was characterized in the cartoon. Just like big, no nonsense, like very limited vocabulary. Just like beast of a Transformer. Again, I already mentioned some of his quotes, but like talk excessive, time limited, like things like that. But just like it's like we don't got time to talk. Let's kick some ass. So just love that he was. I just like how he was portrayed in the books there. Not the books, the cartoon. Here is a missile, which I don't know. There we go. Not sure. I might go to Swoop if I were to guess, just offhand, but I could be totally wrong on that. Here is, looks like this goes with Buzzsaw, one of his weapons there. So I'll keep that with him. Random Adidas tag that I think goes with this bag that all this stuff is in. More Starscream parts. There's a little tail fin. This, I believe, is Mirage's gun. So I had that with him. Does anybody recognize these legs? There's no body to go with them. It's kind of a hook, though. It's kind of an interesting. Johnny, it looks like one of your crotchless G.I. Joes. So do you recognize this guy? Can be used as nunchucks. That's morbid. Let's see, more grapple parts. So it looks like he's all there. It's just whether you can put them back together. There's the crotch to go with those legs. So maybe I'll build myself a G.I. Joe figure by the end of it. Let's see. The hip bone's connected to the. All right, is that looking any better to anybody? Yeah, here we go. There's Buzzsaw's head. Awesome. Pretty sure I could just pop this guy into place. Yeah. Gorgeous. I have a complete Buzzsaw now. Amazing. Amazing. Another wing for Starscream. Here's a little helmet. Not a Transformer, but it feels like it might go with that. Those legs there. If it had the rest of its body. So now it's getting to the point where I'm just digging around for loose parts. Here's the other half. of Mirage. So here's what he would look like if he were intact. Rubber wheels. I think it's really cool. These older Transformers, they actually use branded tires. Like he's branded with Goodyear. So, there's like Dunlop and stuff. I wonder if they actually got like the licensing for that stuff, or they just, it was a Wild West back then. They did whatever they want. I don't. This is not a Transformer, and I think it goes with all those other parts that I've kind of shown along the way. I don't know if this means anything to anybody out there. Let me just see here. Johnny says he likes Eject. Computrona says favorite Transformers Nautica. She's the best, plus Victorion. Power of the Primes Alita 1 is shit. Everybody buy the Mastermind Creations Alita. She's a car and a deluxe and a god and a paid. Yeah, are worth it. Oh wait, you can't. I bought the last one on eBay. Sold. I can't find anything on that select Transformer. LOL. Okay. Very neat. Yeah, more of my mentality when it comes to collecting is more to go after like. I try not to chase things on eBay because that's obviously a really expensive way to go about things. For me, the thrill is in the hunt, and I'm not knocking this by any means. I mean, obviously, people can collect however they want, and you don't necessarily amass a collection of almost 10,000 by just stumbling upon things. So, but for me personally, the stuff that works with my budget and my mindset is that I love finding things in the wild for like good prices. I try to seize opportunities when things are dirty and the standards aren't super high. So like, yeah, it's always disheartening when you get broken Transformers, but if it's something I don't have and that's kind of old, like especially like the original ones, I don't really care. Just something I can cross off my list. One thing I'm struggling with is the whole completionist part of it. Like, yeah, I would love to have figures have all of their accessories and blah blah blah. But is it something where I would rather buy like the skeleton of the figure and then buy the accessories as they come along? Or, that necessarily doesn't always work out financially. Like it's something that makes sense to just buy things complete. So that's one thing I gotta like figure out as I learn more and more about what's out there and what's coming along. But I do like getting lots. I do like piecing things together. Like I said, I have a local friend that we're kind of in this together. We kind of divvy up lots when we can, and we're actually going to be showing up as vendors to our for the first time at a toy show coming up in May. So I'm pretty excited about that, to be on the other side of the table. So that would be an interesting experience, and hopefully we'll get rid of some of the stuff that's just taking up space for us, and hopefully we'll get a good reputation as sellers, the fair ones that people will want to deal with and bring their stuff to, and all that. But yeah, I just felt like going on that little diatribe there. I think I just pulled out a few more things from that bag, but I think here's the other part of that figure. I mean, this is looking more like a GI Joe to me. I don't know if that's true or not, but let me see if I can put him together. He has an O-ring, so that's a thing, right? Although, yeah, I do see the Cobra sign on his stomach. Oh, come on, Johnny. Show us your worth here. Ugh. Who am I? Cobra! I don't know if that actually fits, but He's a driver for some vehicle. I know where you pulled that one out of. Hey, look. It's yeah, a little piece of the jet, the landing gear. I think that's new. So I will add him to Starscream and be on my way. All right, now here we just have some random accessories. Looks like we got another piece of Bumblebee. So I think Bumblebee can be put back together, which is awesome. I think this goes with Slag. This is one of his guns, shooter thingies. I'll put him there. Another door for Jazz. I think this is just another Dinobot accessory. It might be a Slag, but I'll have to look that up to confirm. I think this is one of Grapple's missiles. I don't know how exciting accessory talk is for you guys, but it's pretty cool when you stumble upon that stuff. Grapple. I believe another Dinobot gun here. Bye, Computronics. Thanks for tuning in. All right, looks like we got to the bottom of one of the mysteries. Johnny says it's Astro Viper. Those accessories that you showed earlier belong to him. Could you be more specific? Showed a lot of accessories in this video. All right, let's see. This, I believe, this is pretty sure that's like twin twist gun or topspin. No, that's not. This is somebody's gun. I think it's one of those jump starters. I'll put that over there. Just a random tire. Another buzzsaw weapon there, so he's complete. This is somebody else's gun. Oh, extreme. So yeah, I'll have to look up my. I was gonna say looking it up in my Transformers book, but I find that Transformer Land is kind of an easier way to look up parts because you can kind of put in some descriptors. Let's see what it narrows it down that way. Man, there really is just like pieces in here. I have to be careful not to miss anything. Let's see. This I know goes with the Insecticon. No, now I'm doubting myself. No, that's Soundwave, right? Soundwaves. Like that. Oh yeah. Look at me. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Roller's missing wheel, so he's in good shape. Again, let's do a live transplant. Come on, pop in. Gotta force it. There we go. He's right as rain. This little doohickey, which is tiny, so it probably won't focus. Don't know what that is. I don't think that's a transformer. Got some belly button lint, chain, or beads. This is some chrome piece, but I don't. Well, it's not really helping anybody. Like it looks like it could potentially be Transformer, but it's kind of weird looking. I've never seen it. And then just some random. There's Jazz's head. Some broken pieces to Mirage. Let's see. Let me shake out this bag. He also threw everything in this like USA Adidas bag. It's kind of neat. It actually has an old address and phone number on here, so hopefully. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Some more broken pieces of Mirage. I think that's it. Let me just take a look at this bag. What's this wiring? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. So pretty cool. I mean, again, it's like I love that he found it in his heart to kind of single me out and give me first dibs at this. There's definitely some things here that are new to me and I'm excited about, or some pieces that I can add to my collection. And I will see if my friend wants to split it, and we'll have to figure out again. I went into this assuming that I would be paying for this. It's not a gift, so I'll have to kind of figure out what I think is a fair price, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully he agrees. I know shipping it here kind of costs surprisingly a lot from Florida, but yeah, I don't know. You guys, how do you feel about it? Pretty cool lot, huh? I won't necessarily ask you what you would pay for it because I don't want it to turn into anything. Because everyone kind of like has their own idea of what's valuable and what's not. So I'll kind of just, if you want, you can, DM me or whatever. Just in one live video, so I think I won't really have a grasp of exactly what is what here until I kind of like itemize and compartmentalize everything here. But I mean, I'm never going to say no to a box of Transformers and Voltron and other great 80s vintage retro goodness. Because I mean, that's what keeps me going, It's just, this is what life's all about. Being in a room alone, talking to people over the internet about toys. This is I think after 33 years on this planet, I finally reached the top of the mountain. This is what happiness looks like. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's read some more comments. Johnny can't find anything on that select robot. It's all about the hunt for him too. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Holly's, let's see, digging through toys is so fun. Glad you got first dibs. Me too. Again, thank you to the Space Baby. Feel free to look him up on YouTube, but he's not really super active on there. So let's see. Hope this holds you over until your next toy high. I think I do okay as a toy collector. I'd like to think that I'm reserved enough that I'm not like, again, I'm not like having these like spending sprees where like I'm spending my rent money on like eBay. Like I'm not at that level. I think I am controlled enough in my approach to collecting that I can justify when I buy things. I mean, my wife might say otherwise because I'm totally a hypocrite when it comes to like whenever I want something, we always find a way, but whenever she wants something, it's always like, fill out this write this like 30-page essay on why you need it, how we can afford it, what the ramifications are of this purchase. It's just from her perspective, it's really, really super annoying how there's such a double standard when it comes to things. Before I used to justify it by being like, oh, I get duplicates and things that I can resell or blah blah blah. But Well's kind of drying up when it comes to eBay stuff. Partly because I've been a little lazy about listing things, so can't really make that justification anymore. So we might be bordering on a problem here, but yeah, again, still on time with the bills, so let's see how long that'll last. Cool. All right, so I think this is about the time where I'll probably bid everybody adieu. Thanks for those of you that tuned in live. Those of you who didn't, hopefully you'll get something out of these live videos. Again, I do them to try to just because they're easy, and I'm going to try to keep this channel active and consistent so you can kind of depend on things. Next video should be a flea market video, Spidey Sense, whatever. So I know those tend to be the more popular of my videos, so you should be looking out for that. There should be no reason why that's not going to come out, because pretty much have that. The groundwork is laid out for that one, so we just wanted to kind of put that together. But yeah, here I'll tilt up so you can admire some of my artwork. Very colorful, very pretty. And then yeah, someday maybe I'll show you what Teddy Ruxpin and Grubby are all about. Everything that's on this shelf here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give my wife a shout out. I mean, she will never be on YouTube, but she actually went to, it was her birthday recently, and she actually went to it's kind of a kick in the pants, but she went thrifting without me, which is fine because it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to spend time with you. It was just like, somebody's got to watch the kids, and they're kind of annoying when you want to be digging through stuff. But she went down to Rhode Island and hit up some collectible shops. So I want to show you what she came away with, because I thought it was actually pretty cool. It's stuff that I would have. It's stuff that I kind of wish I got in some way. But so this stuff's cool. It's stuff that I don't have in my collection. I don't know if I need to buy my own, but after seeing it, it's stuff I would totally want. But it's some Who Framed Roger Rabbit figures. They're like little flexible figures. These came out right around the movie 87, 88, it looks like, by LJN. So this is a sealed, mint on sealed card, Judge Doom, played by Christopher Lloyd. And she also got the smart guy Weasel figure, one of the Doom's henchmen there. So there's some of the other figures that were there. She said at this shop they did have Eddie Valiant, but apparently nobody wants him. I do. So again, this is one of the lines where I could totally see myself wanting all of these figures. I'm not always like that when it comes to collecting. I don't need every single figure, but this is small enough and the characters are meaningful enough that I'm all about doing that. Then she bought this 200-piece She-Ra puzzle, She-Ra Princess of Power. She just really liked the box art for this thing right here. She's a She-Ra fan. I was never into He-Man, but she was into She-Ra growing up. And then you gotta have a board game, right? She bought E.T., the extraterrestrial board game here. by Parker Brothers. Let's see. I don't know if there's a date on the box. No, I don't see it. Parker Brothers is in Massachusetts? I didn't know that. There's some contact info on here. But yeah, it's really cool because like, look, you can you actually build a little spaceship that you put in the middle of this board here. We haven't played it yet, but it looks like the point is to get ET home, obviously. So it's cool that you build a little model spacecraft there. And it comes with the ET figure. So really cool. She did a good job. Again, all things that I would have gobbled up. I think she paid. I'm not sure actually. I think for all of it, she paid like 20, 25 bucks. So didn't spend a ton of money. All right. Anyways, let's see. Rhode Island. Did you see my cousins there? I don't know. What do your cousins look like? Who are they? Let's see. Holly has a pop of smart guy. Awesome board game. That art though. Love vintage games. Yes, the game market is something that we haven't dived into too much, but just for the box art alone, it's I think it's totally worth getting for the right price. But okay, I think this has gone like super duper long. So I'm gonna end it here, and yeah, thanks for being a part of my my YouTube so-called YouTube life. Bye, everybody.